I caught up with Thomas at his favorite restaurant, Oso, in Harlem. In between cooking up some fish tacos and talking about what he's been up to in New Orleans with his new fishing team, we talked about his basketball team and big changes coming once again to the New York Knicks. Now, late Thursday afternoon, and this was after I spent time with Thomas, news broke that David Fizdale agreed to terms on becoming the next head coach of the Knicks. Fizdale was touted as the best coaching candidate available in this year's pool. The 43-year-old comes from the Pat Riley coaching tree, working as a Heat assistant coach for 8 seasons with Riley as the team president. Fizdale led the Memphis Grizzlies to the postseason in 2017 in his first year as a head coach, but was fired earlier this season. Now, before knowing exactly who was going to be named the Knicks head coach, Thomas talked to me about the challenge and benefits of change. For you, this will be your 4th head coach with the Knicks since 2015. How difficult is that to keep changing to a new head coach?
Well, I just, we want to make sure we develop a great culture, here, because we have a lot of really good young talent. And, New York is the biggest market in anything, not just sports, but, with that comes a lot of expectation and, you got to produce, so as much as it is a competitive market for players, it's the same for, coaches and, front office people.
What's the first thing you do when the Knicks season ends?
When the Knicks season ends, I like to unwind, and I was on the first plane to New Orleans to go fishing.
And I want to talk about your fishing because that's what you've been spending a lot of your focus on. But just when you look back this last year's Knicks season, what was the most difficult part about it? I mean, I know you want to win more, but what was tough?
It was tough to see some of our better players get injured.
Yeah.
Tim hurt himself early in the year when he was rolling. And, obviously Kristaps hurt himself as well, and it was a big turning point for our season. So I just think that the way that, those things unraveled, it kind of put a dent in our season.
Yeah, have you been keeping in touch with KP and his health?
Yeah, he's doing good.
Good.
I mean, he's rehabbing really well, and his spirits are really high. So I have no doubt that he'll come back stronger than.
So when did you get involved in fishing?
I've been fishing. It actually started in North Carolina when I was at Duke. A friend of mine named Ken Nichols used to take me fishing in the lakes, and I was like, where are you taking me? Like, what are we doing? And, I had to put a worm on the hook, and I had to touch these slimy fish.
New York City boy,
I'm a city
New Jersey
boy. I was like,
boy,
what is this? I'm not doing this, And years later now, I have my own fishing team. I compete along the Gulf, coast, and I love it.
And you just got your license to be a captain.
Yeah.
And that's rare for a guy your age, a young guy. So what did you have to do to get that license?
I had to be determined. The material was a lot. But it was easy because it's something I'm very interested in. It's something that I wanted to, get off my bucket list. I've been on the boat, I would say about 5 years now, fishing offshore, and it's just something that I always wanted.
So you were captain of Duke, captain of the Knicks. Now you're captain of a boat, right? And any boat, right? Whatever boat you guys are on. So what does it take? What kind of leadership does it take to be a good, effective captain?
You gotta like doing the dirty stuff. You gotta like being able to, tell people the truth all the time, regardless of the backlash or, whether they want to hear it or not. You gotta be able to say it confident, and you gotta be consistent, because, you can't be a certain way with someone and then, nice or different to someone else, because people notice that. And then you be someone like a two-faced person, and, good leaders are always, upfront and direct, and that's something that I've always been. My teammates at every level that I've ever played at know that. The guys on my fishing team know that. And my family knows it. So, I mean, it's just who I am. I can't be any other way. I just don't know how to.
And now you're also creating a whole docu-series about all of this. So what's going to be in this, and where can we eventually see it? I know you're working on it now.
Yeah, I have a lot of really good content. We go out there, like I said, we have fun. We put a lot of fish in the boat. And I have a lot of stuff right now that I'm editing. We fish so much that the content's starting to stack up, so we have a lot of work to do. But I plan on putting it on my website. The website is actually launching today.
With the team?
Yeah, and it's www.slangmagic.com. And the Instagram handle is slangmagicfishing.
Gotcha.
And my personal account is at Mr. Lance 42.
Mr. Lance.
Mr. Lance
42. Tell me about your fishing team.
My fishing team is amazing. I would say the best part about our team is that we're really just boys. You know, we love each other, and we have fun while we're out there. Obviously, we fish really hard, and we want to win, and we want to catch the biggest fish, but you know, you can't take the fun out of the sport.
So you're based out of Louisiana. Does that come from when you played with New Orleans, or
Yeah,
it does?
Yeah, well, my first team was the Hornets before they turned to the Pelicans. Yeah, so that was what actually just kick-started everything, you know, being around all the water. So pretty much a way of life down there. You have a pickup truck and a boat when you live down there.
Yeah.
And it just evolved. I went from fishing inshore to fishing out hundreds and hundreds of miles offshore. So I never imagined this for myself, being from the city, but it's just, you never know what you're gonna love.
I love the city boy, and this is so with the pickup truck and the fish.
Yeah.
Slang Magic Fishing, that's the name of your team. Where'd you get the name from?
The name was actually from a song that I loved. It's from a group called The Outsiders. They're based out of North New Jersey. And
so there is the ties back home.
Yeah, and there was a guy named Slang Ton that was in the group, and he made a song called Magic. And then at the end of the song, he says Slang Magic, and it always stuck with me.
We're here at Oso. We're on 140th in Amsterdam, one of your favorite places to come. They have fish dishes here. Do you cook the fish you catch?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I catch it, I clean it, and I cook it.
Lance, you make some fish tacos once in a while, right, with your catches?
Yeah, I made some the other day with tilefish. It was delicious.
Tilefish.
Yeah.
I'm learning about all the different fishes that go with what dish. So do you like, this is Cassie, and do you do this whole process right from the tortilla?
I mean, I don't make my own tortilla. I go to the Dollar General and get mine.
You're the taste test. You know the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little zest on it, you know what I mean? Oh, this looks delicious, man. I'm excited for this. Dun, dun, dun. Delicious, man. Wow.
And I did have one later, and it was awesome. Many thanks to Oso for letting us hang out and have some fun in the kitchen. Thomas tells me he'll be picking up that basketball again about mid-June to start his off-season regimen. His fishing competitions and tournaments, they start next week.